Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good afternoon. My name's John O'Casson. We're the Warm and Toasty Club, and this is the Online Memory Afternoon, episode 64. Yes, haven't we aged well? Indeed. How's your life? Good out there? It's a bit grey here. Our lives are kind of like multicoloured and fantastic, of course, but weather-wise, it's slipping into autumnal. Isn't it weird? You know, British, we can talk about the weather all day long, can't we? The thing is, you're getting almost 3 seasons in a day here in England, in Colchester at the moment. Like really tropical rain that lasts for about 30 seconds, then mad sun, full on, then tropical rain, monsoon weather. That's how it's going to be now. Global warming, just saying. What we got on this week's show? We have got the memory of the week coming up in a bit to sow the seed. I'll tell you what it's about. Food. What did you like to eat back in the day? I take it you've always eaten. What sort of foods did you like? What foods did your family make for you? Who was your favourite sort of chef? Did you have chefs back in the day? Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that in the retro raffle. We've got 2 songs. No, let's reverse that. We've got 2 questions and 2 prizes, virtual and otherwise. That coming up soon. We have a wonderful guest today. The wonderful Emma Miller's joining us in a bit. She's a singer. If you haven't heard from her or haven't seen her at our show in the past, she's from Elgin, where she's in Elgin today in North Scotland, and she'll be joining us direct from the interweb in a little while. Looking forward to that. We've got a big party food of the week coming up as well. And Jeanette's poem of the week, of course, which will be fantastic. And we have in person, let me see if I can connect by my special radiogram, Jeanette and Tom. Good afternoon.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Well, I'm a bit close to the camera, aren't I? Or you guys are far away.
Ooh. Yeah, but you look good.
Thank you.
How's your life?
My life's lovely. I'm off on my holidays today.
Oh,
so I'm all ready, nearly packed. I'm showered, got my hair up so I can pack my makeup now. Big suitcase of makeup.
Big suitcase
of clothes.
I must confess, I never knew what it was like to be a woman until I had a skin condition. And the things you have to know what to buy and put on your... It's horrendous. Like, you know, getting choice and getting recommendations. You go on the interweb, you could spend millions of pounds on just products for your face.
They don't work though, do they?
No, they don't work.
And the thing is, you have to put some kind of moisturizer on. And every time I change mine, and I always forget which ones, and I'll just use my sister's or whatever. And every time I change any kind of skincare product, I get spots because I've got sensitive skin. So I just get spots every time I change it. And if there's anything oily,
it's mad. I mean, I'll tell you a secret because it's just us.
Just us, no one else listening.
I didn't wash my face for more than 30 years. That's the truth.
What?
Right? That is the way.
I thought it was a beard.
You have normal skin. No, what I mean is I used water only. I never used soap or products or moisturizers on my face.
Wow.
Never had a blemish. As soon as I've started using product, I'm in trouble.
You're putting grease and oil into your pores and it's not good, but if you don't, you burn.
Well, yeah, but I never used to. I don't know what it was. I think I'm just naturally beautiful. How are you, Tom?
You are.
I think you are naturally beautiful, yes.
Yeah. No, don't say about me. You're also ruggedly handsome, aren't you?
So you keep telling me. Nobody else, but it's very nice. Very nice of you.
Have you had a good week being ruggedly handsome, being stopped in the street by ladies and that going, oh, hello?
I've not been out in the street, so I think I'm all right, yeah. I can't go out in the street because I do get stopped quite a lot.
Yeah.
More.
I know it must get really on your nerves.
I get abused quite a lot in the street, yeah.
Abused?
Yeah. Things thrown at me and stuff like that.
What, like Tom Jones things?
No.
Heavier
things.
Heavier. You're a little bit loud, Tom. You're peaking
Oh.
here just a little bit. I don't know why that is.
I shall turn myself down again.
I think it's you're like Brian Blessed today with your deep voice.
How about that?
Yes, that sounds fantastic.
You have to put yourself onto the Matthew Crampton setting because he's got a really fabulous, loud, booming voice.
Matthew. Hello to Christine. She says, hello, everyone. Ready for a great afternoon. Well, we'll do our best. If you join us, Chrissy, we've got half a chance. Nice to have you with us. Hi to Karen. Hi to Kim. She says, good afternoon. Lovely to be with you. Jenny, hi. She says, hello, everyone. I'm the same as you, Jeanette. Formula change in products is a nightmare. I have to get Knight's Castle soap online. Well, I must confess, the best product I bought lately, I think it was about 63p or something from Sainsbury's, was what's it called? Tea tree soap bar.
Oh, it's supposed to be good for eczema, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've got a condition called rosacea, which has caused me all sorts of grief. It's sort of like a real breakouts out of nowhere.
Right.
But actually using that and nothing else at the moment, that's why I'm so beautiful.
I think it's quite a shame that, you know, we get all this teenage spots and things in our 30s like we do.
In our late 20s. Yes. Yeah. I had spots when I was younger, when I was a teenager and that, but I didn't really suffer them other than the odd breakout after a really lot of chocolate or something. You know, like you had a bit too much chocolate one day and the next day you got a big spot.
Yeah. Yes, I do know that.
Mind you, I used to just be self-inflicted things on my face. When the kids were small, I once, for messing about with them, I stuck one of these suction things, which had a toy on the end, onto my forehead, and I took it off, and I had a big ring there for about 3 weeks afterwards.
I know, I've done that.
Have you done that, Tom?
Yeah.
You think you're
It's really hard to get off, isn't it?
Really hard. Moved most of the forehead with it.
And then you're just left with this ring on your forehead.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's not very
I used
embarrassing.
to, if I had a spot kind of anywhere around here, just one, I had that thing that I thought, oh, you can't go out with this ugly spot. And of course, I'd be trying to squeeze it or whatever and make it worse. And then back in the 80s, Madonna with her lovely mole, I was able to kind of just get a bit of black eyeliner, just cover my spot. And that probably made the spot last a lot longer than it needed to. But that was it. If ever there's a picture of me with a little mole, there'll be a spot under that.
Yeah, you could do it all over your face, couldn't you? And you pretend you're the kid from the Mad comic or something. Or Tristan, the kid from next door in Georgia Mildred. If you want to get retro on me. Hi, Tom. Good afternoon to you. So let's do the retro raffle.
Yeah.
It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle, never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's coming to your screen. Retro raffle. Yeah. Someone's humming along to that song. I can't tell who it is. I think it was Tom because it was especially tuneful. Oh no, that sounds rude. Never mind. She can live with it. So this week, Jeanette doesn't know, or Tom, this week the prizes are the opportunity for Jeanette or Tom to make you some retro meals and some special party food. This is cauliflower surprise. This is one you can get to choose these prizes for each of these questions. This is cauliflower surprise, which is basically raw cauliflower cut open just a little bit and some really old burgers slotted in. I think tomatoes on the outside. What else have they got? They got flour involved, grated cheese. It says bird's eye beef burgers, but you can use any. So that's one dish that Jeanette. Do you think you could knock that out, Jeanette or Tom?
Well, I do like cauliflower cheese normally, but I've
cauliflower
had a go at
burger.
that. But yeah, I don't really eat burger. What can I make the decision when I see the other one?
Yeah. Okay. So And this one, Tom might be into this one. This is fish sticks with pineapple, which is basically fish fingers laid on a bed of white stuff with sprinkles of cut pineapple around. You can win that. So, you know, think on if you want to answer these questions, because you could win one of these things. The next one, we've got a number of them today. This one is perfection salad. It's something like a jelly house on the rocks
Yeah.
with a load of crap inside. I don't know. It's just, I think there could be peas. There's sliced little carrots. Do you think you can make a jelly like that before you go off on your holes?
No, just the fish fingers. I'm all about fish fingers. I love them.
Okay, well, I'll leave that one with
So,
Tom. Or we got
I'm
one
happy
more.
to share them with someone.
We got one more if you fancy it. These ones are prawn stuffed apples, which you don't see much anymore. Whatever happened to prawn stuffed apples? I mean, come on. How can they be out of fashion? How can they be? These are just so gorgeous. Basically, you get red apples with a little bit of green in them. You hollow out the middle. Then you throw a load of stuff that nobody knows what it is. And then you stick a prawn on top. Pulled apart. I don't know what's the word for it.
Just going to leave you with it.
So maybe, Jeanette,
Flounder.
maybe for the fish department, you can be the fish department. Tom can be the meat department.
Okay, I can do prawns and fish fingers.
Prawns and fish fingers, yeah. And Tom can do cauliflower burger. And what was the other one? The other one was jelly stuff in a kind of mold. Just whatever you got free, Tom. I'm sure they'd like it.
I'm sure it'd be lovely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It might need a little
My
time.
mouth is watering now with that jelly. Yeah,
I know. Mine is as well. And it's on a bed of like almost dead parsley chopped up, I'd imagine.
I think they probably got it from whatever's behind it, didn't they? Whatever that plant is in the background.
Oh yeah. Well, what I'm worried about is how are we going to send that in the Royal Mail? Will it hold its shape, do you think, Tom?
And will you need some sort of specially supervised truck to take it in?
Truck,
Dangerous goods.
We may do
hazardous waste. I don't know. Maybe.
If we just run it on a bike and you're on the back holding it like that, and it's wobbling a little bit as it goes along. Let's see what people say.
Maybe you could put it on one of those spin scooters. I don't know.
Spin scooter? Tell me, I don't know if this spin scooter.
You do the scooters that
the ones that
around town.
Oh yeah, they're left all over the place, aren't they?
Yeah, I saw a van picking some up yesterday.
That's probably cool. Dirty Barry. He's got a little syndicate on the side. Yeah,
there was a white van man.
Yeah,
no sign writing on it either.
No, he don't like.
Guy.
No,
he was putting them out. He wasn't collecting them. He'd obviously collected.
Oh, it weren't Barry then.
Stacking them in a right. Yeah, he'd definitely be collecting them.
Because they just get left in random points, don't they?
Yeah.
You can spot them at random points in the countryside. Anyway, we should get on with the first question. Sorry. Good afternoon. The retro raffle. Here's the first question. Who was the male British chef who was known in the 1980s for his cookery shows, where he always seemed to have a glass of wine in his hand and be a bit sozzled? Was it A, Gary Rhodes, B, Rick Stein, C, Keith Floyd, or D, Ken Hom? Who was it who liked a little drink while he was doing the cooking, and he was the king of the cooking shows? What's that?
Tom Hardy, probably.
Yeah, Tom cooks authentic stuff, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
With authentic wine, maybe, or beer. I can't imagine. What do you have in your hand to drink when you're cooking, Tom? First of all, my question to Tom.
I don't really drink a lot, actually. I don't think I drink as much as you.
I'm drunk since April.
Well, exactly. I don't drink as much as you. No, I quite. I don't know, really.
Your head? Do you like your head in your hands when you?
I probably like a sherry, actually.
Sherry.
Do you? Blimey, you are 1970s. What are you making when you're drinking sherry?
Probably a jelly thing.
Trifle, sherry trifle.
Yeah.
Sherry trifle. There it is. That's Tom's going to get the sherry out. He's going to make that for you. Stuff and thing in a perfection salad of molded jelly.
Even a glass of sherry would not make me want to drink that. Even a bottle of sherry would not make me want to eat that.
Do you know that, to be honest, I'd eat that over sherry.
Would you?
Yeah.
What are you on about?
Why do I want to drink sherry? That's like really kind of condensed up, reduced wine till it tastes
Oh, I love it.
it tastes of 70s disappointment, didn't it? You know what I mean? Why do you want that in your life?
No,
Have you ever?
no, I'm going to Jerez in October, the
do you
sherry
have-
region of
do you-
Spain.
Yeah. Do you actually
Lovely.
have proper sherry? Have you ever had proper sherry?
Well, my
You're
mum
talking
used to
about
have
your
Harvey's
Harvey.
Bristol cream.
No, not your Harvey's Bristol cream. Proper sherry.
I've never had sherry in my life. I tried it once when I was a younger person, and it's not something I care to repeat.
Ooh,
And it
most
might,
people like it, but they consider it to be very Christmassy.
yeah, I just think it's all kind of. It's all sort of. It should just stay in the 70s, as far as I'm concerned. That's it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
What about port?
Moving on.
Port,
Port.
it's from the same part of the world, isn't it? Sherry and port, their countries very close together. They've got the same export rules. They're wrong. That's all I can say. If you drink them, you're wrong. Sorry about that, but might have to take you off the show talking about sherry and port. What has
I'll
come?
get my coat.
Yeah, all right. We better go then.
Let's see what people
Bottle of
are.
Harvey's Bristol cream for someone as a present yesterday. So
Tom says, tough one. They both look so tasty. They are all tasty. They're going to be very, very tasty. Karen says C. Keith says C. Jenny says C. Tom says C. Kim says B. Then she says BG.
Bee Gees.
Christine says C. And Karen just wants, she says, yay, cauliflower burger, please. Well, anybody that answered C would have got that right. The guy, the chef who used to be a bit sozzled and have a glass of wine, he ruled the 80s. It was C, Keith Floyd. So you can choose your weapon. If you get it from Tom, you can get some port with it. If you get it from Jeanette, you can get some sherry. If you get it from me, you get neither. All right. So that's the first question on the retro raffle. Second question, to win one of those gorgeous prizes. And may I just say that the prawn stuffed apples are very fetching with a nice glass of red wine. Not sherry, not port.
What? Fish and red wine?
Yeah, it should be white wine, surely, or maybe a light rosé.
Have you tried those prawn stuffed apples? You
No.
need something with a bit of a kick to it, really strong red.
I think I might need a lot of red wine to eat them.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Blimey, your cup, you're out of Alice in Wonderland with that cup. Isn't it?
It's huge. It's a huge cup. It's a bowl of black coffee, and I need it. I've got a lot of staying awake to do.
Okay. Well, so thank you. We're here every week.
I don't mean that. I
We're
mean,
boring
I've been
you
up
a bit at
there
the moment,
packing,
are we?
and I've got to leave for my flight at 2 a.m, and I'm not sure I'm even going to get to sleep tonight.
Oh, it's Jono and Tom. I better have some coffee to keep myself awake.
Say it's coffee with
Yeah,
sherry.
bloody.
Sherry in that
Oh,
cup.
oh, Tom and Jono. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lorraine. The question. What type of beans are the main ingredient of Heinz baked beans? Heinz baked beans, yeah. What type of beans are the main ingredient of Heinz baked beans? Is it A, haricot, B, cannellini beans, C, butter beans, or D, Mexican jumping beans? Which one of those is the main ingredient? Well, other than the sauce, the only ingredient in Heinz baked beans. Get your answers in, stuff like that and thing. Anyway, I'm just.
Do you like the odd baked beans in Johnny?
You know, I have reduced salt ones of recent times. I'm not mad on them, but there is a time in your life where baked beans on toast or on the side of another sort of fried dish, egg or something. Yeah,
Breakfast.
yeah, I don't mind them, Tom. They're meant to be. If you don't have to watch the sugar content, they're meant to be really good for you. Keep it regular.
Do you make your own baked beans.
No, don't be crazy, Tom.
That's what I do. I make my own
That's
You
what
make
while
your
you
own?
do.
while drinking some sherry, of course.
Wow. So don't say the name of the bean, but what are the other ingredients that go in apart from salt and sugar and the tomato
Tomato.
sauce? Just tomatoes? What, like plum tomatoes?
No, I
Is that
use
the
puree.
stuff?
Tomato puree.
Tomato puree.
Puree. Okay.
So are they red instead of orange in your house?
No, they're sort of orange. Because it's not really bright. You know, it sort of gets watered down a bit. Put a bit of water in, and so they cook up a bit. Yeah, bit boiled.
Well, now we know.
Yeah.
I like your plastic beaker, Jono. You like my big, huge Alice in Wonderland cup. The kid's beaker. Is that because you're going to go and play outside afterwards?
Yeah, they're going to knock for me.
Dawn doesn't let him have any crockery.
No,
No,
No.
not especially not
Dangerous.
outside.
Dangerous. No, they're going to knock and ask my mum if I can come out and play later on. We're going to
Yeah.
play run outs. We're going to play Tin Tan Tommy. We're going to play all sorts of games where we're just crazy, and we're free until our mums call us back later.
The
shouting out,
baked beans on toast.
Jono, your dinner's ready. Baked
Baked
beans.
beans ready.
Don't rush. Tom made it. It's homemade, and he's got the port out. Let's see what people are answering. Tom, Karen's asked for cauliflower burger, and Keith, Keith's going with burger stuffed prawn, please. So you might have to both get together and do something there.
That's probably impossible.
Oh yeah, we could have a dinner party going back to the 70s. I'll be Abigail.
Okay.
And you'll be party.
We'll try it out, Jeanette. Prawns.
Yeah, shall we?
Prawns and burgers. Surf and turf.
Surf and turf, yeah. The answers to the question: Keith goes A, Jenny goes A, Thomas goes A, Karen goes B, she goes oops A, Kim goes A, and Danzy says, "What you lovely people? Well, what you too, Danzy." The answer is, of course, Heinz baked beans are made up of haricot beans, which is A. So let's see who got that right. Keith, Jenny, Thomas, Karen, and Kim all get the opportunity to win prawn stuffed apple, perfection salad of jelly, perfection. No, what was the other one? Prawns on pineapple, or cauliflower burger. I'll have to show that one again because people might have missed that one. It's actually called cauliflower surprise, but it's burgers really well done, extremely well done till the taste has left them, and then you insert them.
I think I might get. I'm just going to have a go at that myself, actually.
I think, yeah.
Just for fun.
I certainly feel peckish now after seeing them. So that's our retro raffle. You get all those prizes. But while we're talking about food, let me ask Tom Hardy over there on the right. Our memory of the week is food that you used to like to eat back in the day when you was younger. Do you remember food that you ate when you was sort of like a kid, Tom? Can you go that far back?
Well, sort of. Yeah, I mean, I can. Apparently, I mean, according to my mum, apparently, I for about a year I only ate sausages and beans in a can.
Oh, that's a classic.
Which
Cauliflower and burgers are a right step up.
yeah,
for you,
I mean, you know, that jelly thing sounds good now, doesn't it?
Did you have them warmed up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know if like all my mum's kids had slightly odd food habits, because my brother and sister, they had fry bentos pies, and one would eat the top and one would eat the inside.
Tag team.
Yeah, so they'd get rid of the whole pie, but yeah.
What about you, Jeanette? What was your food from your poverty-stricken youth?
Well, do you know
Have
what?
anything. I didn't.
My mum, well, we were
Bit
quite
of
poor, as
cool.
you know.
I had a bit
So
of
we had
cool.
free school dinners.
Oh.
And it's a good job that we did, because my mum was the worst cook in the world. And so we had proper hot food at school, if you can call it that. And then what I remember was coming home from school, and our tea, I think she must have cooked something for her and my dad later. but us four would have it was called bread and spreads. And it
Bread
was
and
like a
spreads.
loaf of white sliced bread and some kind of, I don't know, margarine or something, probably a big
Ooh.
tub. And then spreads. And I kind of remember there'd be cheese spread, which was a bit smelling of old socks or whatever,
Oof.
and Marmite or jam. Occasionally, we'd have something called sandwich spread, which was like, I don't know, chopped up cucumber and white vinegar. So I don't know, some kind of
What?
creamy mixture of mayonnaise and vinegar. I do remember being really acidic.
Yeah,
And
I can
just
remember
bits of
that.
chopped vegetables
Oh,
in this
yeah.
white sauce.
It's
It
sort of
was
like
spread.
gherkins chopped in.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I
Yeah.
didn't really like it, but I think I used to go for the jam or Marmite. But yeah, we were very. Sometimes Shipham's paste.
Shipham's is the taste. It's the
And
real
but
taste.
I
Sorry.
don't think we really liked the fish one, but we
No.
liked chicken paste. So that was it. Bread and spreads. That's what I remember.
Yeah,
All four of us round a
bread
table
and
with
spread.
a loaf of bread.
Lovely. I remember the spreads, crab paste. That was quite nice in those days. Probably terrible now.
Mackerel or something. I remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
yeah,
Just-
yeah. I remember two things. I remember after we had a roast, the next day some meat would be left on a Monday usually. And my mum would cook the bits of meat in batter, and she called them rissoles. I don't know if that was the name or she made that up, but they were really nice. And
Aw.
the first time I had a curry was via the manufacturer Vesta. Have you heard of it? And it used to be dried Vesta curry with little sultanas in it, and you'd put water on it and it'd come to life. You know, like those little things that kids grow and you put water on them and they get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
It tasted like mild, spicy cardboard. What did you eat out there? What food was your favourite? Tell us all about it. Karen says, I remember prawn cocktail, but I don't eat prawns, so minus the prawns as a kid. Brilliant, brilliant call. And watch out for that. We might have more on prawn cocktails coming up, Karen. Jenny, she says, buttered toast, having toasted bread on a toasting fork in front of the fire. Best toast ever.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, good call. Toast on a front of... can't get my words out. Toast on the fire. That's really good. Keith, who's a friend of Kendaloo, obviously, he says curry 4 days of the week.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
That'd be good.
Not quite up to Ken's.
Not up to Ken's standards, though.
No.
He also mentions authentic Burmese curries. Yummy.
Oh, yes.
Getting nicer as we speak to you, Keith. Danzy says sardines with Worcester sauce on toast. Okay. Yeah, everybody had Worcester sauce in the cupboard, didn't they? Everybody. You always had
Do
it.
you not now?
No.
I use it for cottage pie.
Well, you make
I can't think. Probably other things. but-
Yeah, no, I haven't used it for many years, but I think if I dug deep in the cupboard, it'd still be there. It'd be at the back with the cream crackers, Jacobs. You know, probably
have-
some condensed milk or something.
Do you have Henderson's though?
Yes. Yeah, vegetarian version of Worcester sauce.
Oh, I don't even
Oh,
know that.
don't say that.
It's from Sheffield.
Is it?
Yeah.
Might have to check that one
Lindo's
out.
factory.
I've never heard of it. Christine, she loved homemade steak and kidney suet pudding. I used to remember the stories of people cooking suet in a muslin. Yes, I remember it. And did you have spotted dick with suet as well? But I don't like to talk about that. Merlin says soft herring roes on toast. I was going to share a memory, but it'll be next week now, of Joan, a friend of the club, sharing a story of when she was in the wartime with her sister and didn't have much in, and her sister told her for tea she was having peas on toast. Think about it. You'll hear the story next week. Kim says, we all used to love the Vesta curry till Kendaloo started making his own. Wow. Hold on a minute. Does he go like every night to the curry house, or does he make his own on some nights, Kim?
Doesn't he make them a curry, but he goes to the curry house?
He makes it for them. He probably sells it to him. He's got a little subcontracting business. Keith is wishing our Worcester sauce a happy 20th birthday. Thank you, Keith. It's very kind. Poor thing at the back of the cupboard. Kim says, always loved my mum's steak and kidney pudding and stews. Comfort food. It's a sort of day where it's not that hot I bet Tom could make a really good casserole.
I bet you can. I bet you've got really nice cookware as well, like that Le Creuset, really heavy orange things.
Yeah,
Do you have
tagine.
those?
He's got tagine stuff and that, and he.
No, I've
Oh,
got some very fancy French frying pans. So
I thought so.
yeah, I did
You're,
treat
you're
myself.
such a good cook. The cheese on toast I had once round at your house was so lovely. I know you're a really good cook.
Welsh rarebit. Danzy said that was what my dad made on election nights. 1974 was a busy year for elections. Was it? I can't even remember. Let's not go there because we don't do politics. That's illegal. But, yum. Keep the memories coming in. Let me see if I can find our guest at the bottom here. If she's around, I'm going to try and see. I'm going to unmute her and we're going to say hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to come in a little bit. Yeah, we're about on time. She's been kept waiting, being very patient. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Emma Miller. Hi, Emma.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. I've been enjoying eavesdropping and listening into the comedy banter that's
Comedy
entertained
banter.
me.
Comedy banter.
And the quite
You're being
traumatizing
quite
recipes
generous.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the traumatizing recipes. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. Do you remember what you used to like to eat when you was a younger person?
When I was a younger person.
Yes.
Well, we used to have, so I'm veggie now, but growing
Yeah.
up, it used to be a recycling of lots of different mince dishes. So mince and tatties, spaghetti bolognese, like mince and tatties again, probably. Another spag ball. Having said that, my mum's always been vegetarian, so she was a vegetarian cooking for meat eaters. So I gradually upgraded to whatever she'd made herself and left my brothers and dad as the carnivores.
Wow.
So I got into what I thought was more interesting food after that once I joined the dark side of plant eaters.
Yeah, and
Can I ask you, do you,
Go on, Jeanette, sorry.
as a vegetarian, do you search out vegetarian food that looks like meat? Like I don't always get that people have the, fake ham and
Yeah.
fake chicken and fake corn mince.
I
and things.
understand that I think if you really love meat, it must be so difficult to reduce and to swap. So I think there's maybe an attraction there, but I personally am not a massive fan of the substitutes.
Yeah.
And it's all kind of fast food anyway, isn't it? It's like you get one of those meat-free, like meaty looking burgers, and it is just as bad for you and filled with oil and rubbish. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't tend to go for them. Having said that, if I'm really honest, there is this new brand in Tesco's called Squeak or something like that. It's got like I think it is like that. And they do pastrami slices. And pastrami is something I used to really love.
Wow.
And so that is my guilty fake meat indulgence.
Yes, my daughter's a vegetarian. She's almost vegan, and she eats. I can't do it at all, but they're awful. I've tried them. Richmond sausages, but the vegetarian ones, and they're so smooth, like kind of smooth paste inside. They're awful. I mean, they're probably mostly bread anyway. Even the meat ones are probably just bread.
I don't get the whole meat veggie thing, making it look like
No.
meat.
No.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, I think. But anyway, that's just me.
Cauliflower steaks are one of my favourites. I eat a lot of vegetarian.
With burgers in, they're nice as well.
Yeah, you skip the burgers and you just big fat slices of
But you just
cauliflower cooked in loads of butter.
But we have fennel just cut in slices and fried.
Right.
Oh, that's
And
so
it's-
nice. Yeah.
And it's just really nice. Why
Wow, I
why
haven't
bother
tried
trying
that.
to make it look like something else? I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Or
weird
like-
when they do fake chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
Like, what is
Just
that
put,
about?
just put I don't know, put mushroom in a
Yeah.
bread something or other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a subject I can go on about for ages because we were nearly accidental vegans over the lockdown just because that's the way we went. And we tend to eat a lot of plant-based stuff now. Anyway, we're here for music. We're here for Emma Miller, ladies and gentlemen. She's with us today.
Yes.
So you're going to do us a few songs. You're going to start off with one now, Emma. Anything you want to say about it, or you're just going to get straight into it?
Well, I feel like I'll set the tone with most depressive and then gradually get less depressive, because I am a singer-songwriter, so I'm going to come at you with just sheer darkness.
Absolutely. We need bringing down in these times.
But I'm a happy person, so don't take my songs too seriously.
Oh, I think we will,
/
but
take them very seriously.
take them very seriously. I'll come down and kill you. I think when people hear you sing this, that's going to be enough. You've got a brilliant voice. We're very lucky to have you on the show. I'm going to get rid of me, Tom, and Jeanette, and let you have the stage, ladies and gentlemen. The rather wonderful Emma Miller.
Thank you.
Every night I go outside and think of all the things I should have said, I should have done. There's no shame if it's broken, but I could never fix it, never fix us. And there's no shame if it's spoken, but I could never speak up, never speak up. I'm sick and tired of never knowing the answers. I'm sick of life, of always looking down on myself. Well, who am I for you to be judging? Well, who am I? Who am I? Normally we avoid the topics that make us a little uncomfortable, like how the world is being destroyed. And then we get upset about something stupid like the weather. Sometimes I want to implode. Take me back, the ground, the earth, and then I'll never have to know what becomes of my children, unborn, unloved, and oblivious. I'm sick and tired of never knowing the answers. I'm sick of life, of always looking down on myself. Well, who am I for you to be judging? Well, who am I? Who am I? I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much, Emma.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. That was lovely. Maybe just turn your audio interface down a tad if you could, just because you're peaking in your wonderfulness, and we want to hear you as good as possible.
Sure.
That was lovely.
That was incredible. I
thank
absolutely
you.
love your voice. I said earlier, I missed the sound check, and you're absolutely right, Jono. I was completely
thank you.
wowed. Emma, it was beautiful.
It's only going to get
Cheers.
better. I've heard of the other song. Sorry, Emma. It's only going to get better. Sorry, Emma, I interrupted you. Did you want to say something? My apologies.
No, I was just basking in my compliments from Janet.
Oh, Well, here comes some more. Karen says, "Thank you, Emma. You have such a beautiful voice. Free kisses. Free kisses." Is she crazy?
Thank
Keith
you.
says, "Beautiful."
Thank you, Keith.
It's weird with these things, isn't it? It's kind of like the news when it first come in the pandemic, and they're doing webcam things, and only one person really could speak at a time, and it's hard because, especially with us, we're quite chatty. Me the worst, Jeanette second worst, Tom third worst. Yeah, just interspersed. I do wonder if I ask the artist to just put their hand up and say, "I want to speak." I don't know. Yeah, thank you very much. I'd shared a link, but I do you have a website, Emma, while you're on, that you want to send people to, or
I've had a website that I have been launching since November, like 2019, I think.
right?
So there's an unpublished website out in the ether somewhere that may or may not come into existence over the coming years.
Okay, that's fair.
It could be next month. It could be 2030. We won't know. But I'm on Instagram a lot, and I check Facebook every now and then.
Yeah, I shared the one Linktree one.
Yeah, that takes to my Spotify and all that jazz where you can listen to things.
You know, a lot of artists are moving away from having a website now, I noticed, and they're just doing Instagram or YouTube or whatever, because you don't need all the other stuff. It's just another click for people, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was quite motivated to make a website because it felt like not everyone sees your stuff on Instagram. You are just kind of mindlessly scrolling. And I felt like if I could create a site that had different bits and bobs and stories about certain things and like bonus extras of, like when I released a track last year, I did a behind the song. So I kind of shared how the song was created and shared like bits of the track in its raw form. And so I do still see the value in having a website, and I think it could almost be like an anti-social media thing of like being more engaging. I just haven't acted on my
On your
inkling.
instincts.
Yeah,
absolutely. The problem is for all artists now is you have to share so much content of your life, and it's constantly gathering content. It's driven all the time, and it can overtake your life. And in these times, it's nice to switch off from all the social media for a little while. Don't do that at home just yet if you're watching on Facebook. But yeah, I know what you mean. We'll share. I've got your Instagram ready to go. I'll share that on the next song.
I just shared your Facebook page.
Bless you, thanks.
Oh, bless you.
Links.
I'll put that up on the screen when Emma comes back on. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. We'll get you back in a minute or two. Glad you're with us. Look forward to hearing your next song. You can go off and listen to Meanderings for a while.
Perfect.
Comedy, loosely spoken.
Sitcom.
Yeah. Thanks, Emma. See you in a minute.
Bye.
Emma Miller, rather brilliant. She's
lovely, beautiful voice and beautiful piano playing. You get some really
I
good
do.
guests on here, Jono. You must search high and low.
Yeah, through different means that I come across these people, but they're all great in their own right, and she certainly is. Kim says beautiful. She may be listening in the green room. Carol says lovely voice. Karen says I love Emma's Sail Away. Free kisses. Sharing of the Facebook, which I'll do in a minute. And Danzy said that was lovely, Emma. And I'm just going to go back to the comments, and it was lovely. And keep with us, keep it locked, people, because we'll be back with more from Emma Miller. Carol says hello, everyone. Sorry, having problems getting on again. Hope Tom hasn't missed me too much.
Yes, I've missed you a lot. I've missed you a lot, Carol.
Yeah, he really means that. Talking about Ken Saunders and his curries. Kim says Ken goes around the curry house every night for his curry, and he makes ours on Friday and whenever we feel like one. What a guy. What a guy. We love Ken.
I wish he was more local.
Yeah.
I don't know where they live.
Um,
I'm assuming it's not in my
Pittsburgh.
road. I wish it was.
They live in Pitsea. I hope they don't mind me saying. Baz has been
Oh.
put away. Let's read the other comments. Did I say beautiful to Emma? Yes, lots of beautifuls. And yes. So what have we got now? Well, now we have our roving reporter there. She's eating again because it's food week.
I made banana bread.
What is that? Banana bread?
Banana bread.
With lashes.
Well, I'm going on holiday today. I don't know if I've mentioned I'm going on holiday today.
Yeah.
And I had to use up everything in the house, and there were some bananas that were going a bit black. Banana bread.
And if you put, is that butter or margarine?
That's butter. That's butter on top because I made it the day before yesterday, so it's always nicer 3 or 4 days later with some butter.
You make your own butter?
Yeah. No.
No. I thought everybody.
Lorraine has butter. I have some kind of light spread thing, but you can't skimp on this. You've got to have real butter.
Does Lorraine know that you're nicking her butter?
No, she doesn't. She won't be until 4:45.
She's going to be out.
She won't even have time to
She's
look.
going to be living.
We're getting straight in the car and going away. Oh, who's that? in
Who's
that
that
horrible
mysterious lady?
camera lens?
She's in a Nordic thriller, Icelandic thriller. I think that's
I like to overexpose myself.
Nordic noir. Well, hopefully you won't overexpose yourself. in this video. So you went, our roving reporter Jeanette went and met the lovely Keith Glynn Baker, who's one of our regulars on here. Did you want to add any words to that before we show the video, Jeanette?
Keith's been watching the show for a very long time, and he's such a nice person. He used to live fairly local, I think, kind of Malden way, and I met him through a musical mutual friend. And he's a really interesting person, very clever person as well, and so helpful that in this lovely room here, he helped me put up my blinds and curtain poles and build the cupboard behind me. It's really helpful, absolutely brilliant, and showed me the best place to pick blackberries to make sloe gin. So I was able to deliver him his promised sloe gin that has been sitting there for 2 years when I went to visit him on his boat.
Well, he is a lovely man, and for anyone that you need to brace yourself because his voice, he could talk me into bed. I mean, he's got some voice on him.
Beautiful voice, and that face though as well.
Oh, the face is gorgeous too.
Eyes, I know.
Let's get on with the Nordic thriller that Jeanette has brought us. We'll take ourselves out of the way as we say hello. Where is he? Keith Glynn Baker.
Well, hello, Warm and Toasty Club. This is Jeanette Lyons, your roving reporter. Today I'm reporting from a beautiful marina in Cambridgeshire, and I'm talking to one of our regular participants, Keith Glynn Baker, or KGB, as I like to call him. And he's here with me today. Say hello, Keith.
Hello.
And I'm going to ask him some questions so we know a little bit more about him. Keith, tell me, have you got 3 interesting things that you can tell us about you?
Okay, so we're currently sat on the roof of my barge. You can see the view behind us.
It's lovely. Look at all the other boats. I'll just turn the camera around a little bit. There's a kayak on there. There's a neighbouring boat. I hope I didn't get my hand in the way of the camera too much. Oh, I have now. There's me, roving reporter. So we're on your boat.
Yep, we're in Erith in Cambridgeshire. I've lived on it for a year. I'm semi-retired, or pretty much retired now. Circumstances kind of dictated it with redundancies and things. A second interesting thing about me is I've worked in science most of my life. So my last job was as a senior analyst in an environmental company, and I spent for my sins 15 years working for the government as well, a long time ago in my youth.
Can you talk about that, seeing as you're known as KGB?
No, not really. other than the Welly Boot episode, which I could tell you about. I think that's probably out there as one of the funny things. So we had a delegation from Russia coming over to inspect a site. It was kind of during the détente years. There was an exchange of information, and it was destruction of weapons of mass destruction, funnily enough. And they were coming to visit a site where we occasionally had to wear welly boots, and the director came around for a quick look to make sure everything was in order before the delegation arrived. my wellies were stood in one corner, of course, my initials, KGB. They were in my welly boots. At which point he thought somebody was taking the Michael, essentially. And we got orders to remove them before these high-ranking diplomats and the Russian generals appeared on site. So, it's quite an amusing thing, working for the government.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was quite amusing. Something interesting about me other than that, I try to play guitar a bit.
Yes, we've had a little jam today.
Which was, my fingers aren't working because I tried to cut them off earlier in the week.
Yeah.
With an angle grinder, which isn't good.
But I've got no excuse.
You're wonderful.
Oh, bless you. And my guitar playing.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yes.
Cheeky.
Yeah, just a bit.
I learnt all my cheekiness from John O'Cassin.
Yeah, I understand that.
Can I ask you one more question, please, Keith? What is it you like about the Warm and Toasty Club?
During lockdown, it's kept me absolutely sane. Every Friday, and the humour and the warmth of the three of you and your guests and the other speakers as well who jumped on this raving report. It's entertainment.
I'm not sorry.
No, you're not. No regrets. But it's been wonderful, and I hope it keeps going for a while longer.
Well, we're planning to. We're planning to carry on the online afternoons on Fridays until the end of the year, until Christmas. But we're hopefully bringing things back a little bit into real life soon, I hope. Nothing set in concrete yet, but as soon as we can. But in the meantime, you just have to either watch us on a Friday and or have me come round knocking on your door or on your hatch.
Yeah.
Is that called a hatch to get in your boat?
No, it's a door.
It's a door.
I promise I'll get some pipes next time.
Yeah, he tried to whistle. Didn't work.
Can't remember the tune.
No. Well, I can't even whistle. So. But anyway, so this has been lovely. I've spent a wonderful day with Keith on his boat, and I shall have to drive back to Colchester very soon. But this has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
What a wonderful guy. What a wonderful little interview. And apologies for the wind noise there. Keith Glyn Baker. Wow, he's a top man, isn't he?
One of my favourites, definitely. I should go back to his boat and visit him in August.
I think it's lovely to put a face to the sort of like just the words that he writes on in joining us, because I did wonder what he looked like, and he's a good looking chap, and his voice is brilliant.
That's not the best photo of him. I showed you one on my phone tonight. It was really lovely. Would it be all right if I showed that again?
Yeah, show it on. I'll take this one off.
All right, I don't know. I'll just hold my phone up.
Let's see if we can get it.
Oh, hold on.
Oh yes. Oh,
Proper
gorgeous!
handsome, isn't he?
Very gorgeous, Keith Glyn Baker.
Are you doing that thing where you rub your hands on your legs?
No, that might look wrong if I was doing that.
Vic Reeves. Yeah.
No, it's just you, Jeanette.
No, you're not doing
Yeah.
that. It's just me. So,
Just you.
he is very handsome.
Yeah,
Very lovely.
And thanks very much for doing that, Keith. And actually, thank you and everybody who joins us. It means the absolute world that we sort of like can have this lovely little community every Friday. Really good to have you with us, and really interesting as well. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, people. Just a little something. KGB, what a great voice. Absolutely. Love the Welly story.
How funny is that?
Danzy says, love the KGB in his wellies. Yeah, and he's laughing away on his boat.
He had loads of other stories, but because he was working for the government,
Go on, tell him.
we can't talk about them.
No, thanks for that.
And obviously, he never told me anything because it signed a non-disclosure thing.
Of course. But you're like a ray of sunshine too, going around.
I love it.
So happy. You're so happy. And Keith's well happy and chilled as well. But
Yeah, and it was nice. I took my guitar along, and we did sit in his boat and play guitar, and he made me a delicious lunch. He's a good cook. Really nice. He thought it was salmon, but it was actually trout. Beautiful. Really nice.
probably the port or the sherry, I'd imagine.
No, we weren't drinking.
Oh, right.
Maybe a beer. I can't remember.
Oh, you don't drink, but other than maybe 10, I had 10 beers, but that doesn't count, does it?
I haven't,
Oh, it's beer. Yeah, no, it doesn't count unless it's port or sherry.
I haven't had a drink since 1923.
I haven't been drinking since April, but I've had like maybe half a glass of wine.
No, you have had a
month
drink
or
then.
something.
You're just lying.
Not drinking
Jeanette.
like I used
You're
to.
just lying.
Not every day.
Anyway, thanks, Keith. Glad you're with us on the chat and glad you were able to do that interview. Sorry about the wind noise, everyone. I know some of the words got lost, but I thought, oh, I'll just keep it and put it out because it was so nice.
Well, I could have recorded it inside his boat, but it was just such a lovely day, and it was so nice to be out with water and the other boats.
I know.
And I just thought it'd be a nicer backdrop. Not that there's anything wrong with the inside of Keith's boat. That's also lovely.
Absolutely.
Getting in deep water here.
Yeah.
But it was just so nice to just share the outside, and yeah, he just looks so natural, just on top of his boat, and it's a lovely boat.
Yeah, it's in truth, just being out in nature is so good for you. You know, we ought to do it more, especially after the year what we've had. And to me, it's like cherish those small moments, and maybe you amplify them bigger than you might have done. But I think life should be a series of short, wonderful bursts of loveliness. And
Absolutely. I think we either went for a walk after that interview or before. I can't remember. I can't
Too
sort out
drunk.
things in my
Too
head.
drunk to
Oh,
remember.
too drunk, yeah, because I'd had a thimble full of beer. But we went for like a 4.5 mile walk all around the river and
All the
and
pubs
villages and
down
fields.
the
It's
riverside.
lovely.
Yeah.
right, we better
Oh,
push on because we're getting late and we're
yes.
keeping Emma waiting. It's time for party food of the week.
We'll have a party, food of the week. We'll have a party too. We'll have a party, food of the week. We'll have a party too. Party food of the week.
Yes, indeed, it's party food of the week, and this week we've got 3 different choices for you. You listen to what I tell you, I show you the pictures, you think about it, you vote for one. Jeanette adds them up, we crown the party food of the week. First up, yes, she's getting ready with her pen and paper. Voulez-vous? And we're going retro, of course we are. We're going nostalgic, of course we are. That's what we do. A voulez-vous is French for
Volley-ball.
no,
Volley-ball.
voulez-vous. Where
Volley-
if you come from Hackney, it's voulez-vous.
Volley-
Voulez-vous. That sounds wrong. I've always called them voulez-vous. When I go to France and I say voulez-vous, they just rush out a tray. If I went volley-vous, they just go, qu'est-ce que c'est? A voulez-vous is French for wind blown. Jeanette, did you know that? It's to describe its lightness.
Oh, I thought voul. I thought it was like yeah, would. Would you? Voulez-vous?
Voulez-vous cacher à la toile? To describe its lightness is a small hollow case of pastry. Je suis un rock star, je n'avais un réservoir au Actela, à la south of France, et voulez-vous partir with me and come and rest là with me in France? Right. The pastry is cooked and filled with any variety of savoury or sweet fillings. The pastry is sometimes credited to Antonin. However, an entremets called pâté gâteau, voulez-vous, is mentioned in François Marin's 1739 cookbook, Le Dons de Commerce. Oh, it was a great book. I bought it. I bought the first edition years before Karin's birth. So I don't know. It's disputed. That's the first one on party food of the week. We'll take that off and we'll give you the second one. Let's hope it's less controversial in how I pronounce it. People call this a quiche. Where Jeanette lives, they probably call it a couche or something.
Quickie. We call it a quickie.
Oh, hello, darling. Quiche, or a quickie as Jeanette calls it, is a French tart. That's it. No, it's a French tart consisting of pastry crust filled with savoury custard or pieces of meat, seafood or vegetables. Popular in this country in the 70s was a quiche Lorraine, which I think was cheese and bacon or something, wasn't it? Yes, the best known. Yes, Jono. The best known variant is quiche Lorraine, which includes lardons of bacon or bacon. Quiche can be served hot or cold. It's popular worldwide. Very fattening now if you buy it from the supermarket.
It's
No, it's not. Get off, Jeanette. Told you.
Off you go, Jeanette. Can you do your poem?
Right, and poem.
Yeah. Ready, set, go.
Stop.
Stop, Jeanette. Stop, Jono. And lastly, the other choice is, of course, it was mentioned before by Karen, I believe, prawn cocktail. Prawn cocktail, also known as shrimp cocktail in places I've never heard of, is a seafood dish consisting of shelled cooked prawns in a Marais rosé sauce, or cocktail sauce served in a glass. If it's not in a glass, it's not prawn cocktail. It was the most popular in Great Britain as well as in the United States from the 1960s to the late 80s. According to the English food writer Nigel Slater, the prawn cocktail has spent most of its life seesawing from the height of fashion to the laughably passé, and is now often served with a degree of irony. I don't like the taste of irony, so I just serve it plain. But what do you think, people? Jeanette, Tom, let's say Tom, because Jeanette's going crazy today with her laughter. And she'll come up with calling them different names. Tom, how would you say you're going to vote if you had a vote? You haven't. I want that to be clear. But if you did have a vote, would you go vol-au-vent, quiche, or prawn cocktail?
That's quite difficult, isn't it? I think I'm going to go quiche.
You're going to go quiche. You like a French tart?
I do like a French tart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and yeah, quite like making quiches.
I knew you'd make a quiche. I knew you'd.
I haven't done it for a while, so it's
inspiration.
Next week, yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
I know the shrimp cocktail thing. I've never heard of a shrimp cocktail.
No. What's Wikipedia writing that for?
In Belgium, they have like those brown shrimps, but they put them in a tomato, in a big tomato, which is very nice.
Yeah. I saw that in Unfashionable Food Weekly when I was looking at it last week. When I was looking for the right things. Yeah. Cool. What about you, Jeanette? How do you pronounce vol-au-vent?
Vol-au-vent. Yeah. And I like all of them. I love all party food. I was born to buffet, is all I can say. I don't think I can pick between them. Oh, prawn cocktails, though. Oh. And hey, that's another thing. Prawn cocktails, the Marais Rose sauce. That's mayonnaise, tomato puree, and Worcester sauce. That's another reason to have Worcester sauce in your house.
Okay. Need to really make sure my cupboard's got some good stuff in it. What do you?
But I can't choose them. They're all too lovely.
And the Bloody Marys that you always have as well, Jeanette.
Do you know what? Lorraine has them a lot. She really likes them.
No, you don't.
In fact, she buys a bottle of this big bottle of tomato-y thing that you put in with the vodka, and it's called Big Tom. It might be short for tomato, but it's a big bottle of it, and it's all mixed up already, and you just put it on the vodka and stir it with is it celery stick or something? Yeah. I don't like it. But Lorraine
you don't like it?
I don't like tomatoes very much.
What?
Only in certain ways.
What?
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not. I eat them if they're there because I think I should. They're good for me, but I wouldn't choose to just eat a tomato. I'm growing lots, but
why?
I definitely don't want to drink tomato, and I don't like tomato soup. Ketchup, that's got its place. There you go.
There we go. Right, let's read a few of these comments before we do the vote. Jeanette counts up the vote. Dale says, Keith, you make me laugh, Jono. Je suis jolie. What's it? He says, I've lost it. Oh, I've lost my marbles. Oh, très bien. I can't remember. Keish says, Kim. Leah says, hi, Leah. She says, prawn cocktail in a vol-au-vent, or voulez-vent, or val-au-vent.
That's nice. You mix them together.
That's
I
a
like
double
that
bubble,
idea.
Leah. Oh, she's cultured, isn't she? She knows her way around a bit of food, didn't she?
And you could stack all the hors d'oeuvres up, couldn't you? Oeuvres, douvres.
Yeah.
Stack them all up. So you'd start with the vol au vent base, maybe, and then put the prawn cocktail inside, and then balance a piece of quiche on top. Obviously a small piece, but balance it on top. What else could go on there? Cheese and pineapple on a stick?
Yeah, slice of
Maybe a little
pastrami.
cocktail
Yeah.
sausage?
You could just have them all
Just
on one
build it
long
up.
stick, couldn't you? Just
Be
have
like
them-
Jenga.
Yeah,
Buffet Jenga.
and in the top you could have a celery stick with the squeezy cheese all the way along, and you suck them through the celery.
Or, now you're being silly because the rest of it wasn't.
The rest of it was a true fact.
Absolutely.
Thinking about
A
it.
little bit of je ne sais de vivre to our buffet,
Oh yeah.
playing on the French theme.
What would you do if you was going to the shop? Would you go to Aldi or Alday? Would you go to Lidl or Lidl?
Who?
You in the middle.
Me. Oh, I'm probably more of a Lidl and Old Day because I used to go and buy things when I was doing camping a lot. I used to go to a really nice shop called Millet. So I used to buy my lovely fleeces and sleeping bags from Millet.
Millet. I had a washing machine from them. Very good. Lasted 20 years. Let's see what other people are saying. Quiche for Brian. Prawn cocktail for Chrissy. Leah says quiche. Danzy says quitch. I don't know what that means. It's very confusing. Probably a posh way to pronounce something. Keith says prawn cocktail was with a dash of brandy in the sauce. Hello. Ding dong.
I'm coming back.
Rosanna's going quiche. Jenny saying prawn cocktail is back in fashion. She's bringing it back. Good, good. I like a prawn cocktail. Carol says love a prawn cocktail. That's the one for me. She's decided she's not going to be changing her mind. Loved listening to Tom's interview. That would be Keith's interview, but I get what you mean. I should have corrected that before I read that out. Sorry, whoever said that. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Keep it quiet. So that was the party food of the week. Keep those votes coming in. You have vol au vent, quiche or prawn cocktail. Vote for your favourite, and we will crown it shortly. But before we do, we need to get back Miss Emma Miller, who is coming today from Elgin in Northern Scotland. Let's see if she's available. Are you there, Emma?
I am here. I am available.
And available. And you're, is it right in pronouncing it? Because I'm terrible, obviously, at pronouncing things. Elgin?
Elgin. Yeah,
Elgin.
Is that where the Elgin marbles were from?
probably.
No.
Sorry.
Surely we have
round
some
glass
claim
ones
to
that
them.
you play.
It was Lord Elgin.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Did he play marbles?
Yes, he played marbles in Scotland.
He lost his
In
marbles, did
Scotland.
Can I apologise, Emma? I think Jeanette's going on holiday and she's already taken her drugs.
Overexcited.
It's a travel sickness pills, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Getting in there early, and she's been drinking she's drinking lots of caffeine.
Yeah.
It's made her mental as a lentil.
And she
Emma-
never drinks alcohol, of course.
No, she doesn't.
Very rarely.
Emma, this stuff is before your time because you're a younger person. Do you remember any party food when you were growing up? What sort of buffet food that your family or friends would have?
Well, if we're talking about throwback young person's party food, I remember party rings.
Oh, of
Which-
course.
Were a big one. And I also remember my mum telling me when I'd arrived at a friend's birthday party, like I'm hoping below 10 years old. I think I was like 5 or 6. And I'd looked at the spread and said, like, is that it? And like, and forever I've just been looked on with disdain by the mother of that child, of just not thinking that her party spread was up to snuff. But we never got
shame.
treats in my household. We were like, it was
Oh.
quite healthy. So any time I had very high expectations when I was invited to a party that I'd be making up for it.
I love it. I love it that you're disappointed in what they've got.
And let them know, yeah. God,
You
sorry.
letting them know is even better. Because we've all felt that. There's been times where you come around and you go to somebody's house and it's like it's just brown food. You know, it's all sausage rolls and nothing else.
Did you still keep getting invited to parties? Then?
I think I did. When you get invited to everyone's parties when you're at like primary school, secondary school. So
Yeah.
you just don't let word spread or try and get in there before they catch on that Emma Miller's coming.
Yeah.
It's that Emma Miller.
Or maybe you just upped the food game and like everybody had to step
Maybe
up.
that's why, things improved from there.
Yeah. Could be.
got
Yes,
their
will
personal
Emma
chefs
like
and,
the party food?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to have you with us and playing along with our silliness. Thank you, Emma.
It's
So
lovely.
you're going to do another song?
I am. Well, I saw
Well-
someone mentioning Sail Away, so that is what's up next. I was very impressed that anybody had discovered a bit of my music or had listened to Sail Away. So that was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
That's nice. Is that what you're doing now?
yeah. I'm gonna play a
Woo! Woo!
stripped back version.
Of course, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of the way and let her do her thing. The rather wonderful Emma Miller.
Settle down, love. Don't be so restless. Only you have the power to get through this, and you know the truth. Come again, dear. No need to look so scared. I can tell you there's been some good improvements. So sail away and never touch the surface again. Could have had a dream, something in between fear and creativity. At night, it all becomes a blaze, and you go up in flames. You see it all disintegrate. Settle down, love. Don't be so restless, and sail away and never touch the surface. Sail away and never touch the surface again.
Double. Wow, that was beautiful, Emma. Sail away.
Thank you.
Emma Miller, yes. People are doing that at home. Tony says lovely with a big thumbs up. I'm sure there'll be more comments coming. It's just really nice to hear your voice again. I think it's magical. I'm not just saying that.
Thank you.
I've not had lots of caffeine like Jeanette, so I can say that quite freely.
No, it's so nice to be playing. I was talking to you earlier, and I've not done this in such a long time. Probably a good 6+ months, maybe longer if I really took a look. So yeah, this is a lovely space to stretch my wings again.
Yeah, and it's a mixed crowd now. You know what we started out for retired folk originally, and sort of like a crowd of our regulars, and lots of others have joined us, and people watch it sort of in across the UK and in Australia, in the States, in different places. It's not got a massive reach, but for a
Yeah.
small community thing, I think it's nice that we're just
You're
doing
all
something together.
very entertaining, so I can see why people are tuning in on a Friday for their comedy sitcom fix.
Well, it's a mixture. It's also they know we get fantastic artists like you. Keith says, fantastic, Emma.
Thank you, Keith.
Carol says that
KGB.
was KGB, yes, as we know him. Get the wellies on. Let's see some pictures. Carol that says that was lovely, Emma.
Lovely. Thank you, Carol.
Rosanna says beautiful.
Thank you, Rosanna.
And Kim's hit the nail on the head. So very relaxing, Emma. Beautiful song.
Oh, so lovely. Thank you, Kim.
Yeah, in a way, your music can just chill you out. It can calm down angry people. Maybe your next album should be music to calm angry people.
That's a great concept album idea.
I'm telling you, yeah.
You've
At
given
the
me a
end,
niche.
yeah, like you get slowly more happy as you go through, or you could reverse it on them. It depends. Chrissy says lovely. The question I have before we pop you off, Emma, is what would you choose out of those that were described to you? You might not know them: vol au vent, quiche, or prawn cocktail. The votes have been had, so just for fun.
I mean, I definitely would have previously chosen a prawn cocktail because I do think that's a classic, but probably a quiche. A good veggie quiche, like a leek quiche if it was a veggie one, yeah.
Oh yeah, leek quiche.
Or
Now
can I
I'm
add
getting
in
into
a
it.
vegetable? Yeah.
Yeah, like it. Good choices. We're going to pop off and have the results. So we'll be back after Jeanette's poem of the week. We'll see you in a tick.
See you soon.
Thank you, Emma. So, Jeanette Lines, on the caffeine,
Scores.
on the scores, on the doors, party food of the week. What's
Wow.
it looking like, Jeanette?
It's a good job that Emma's vote wasn't able to be included, because then we would have had a draw.
Prawn cocktail is the party food of the week, ladies and gentlemen. A fine choice. A fine
Oh, yeah.
choice. Absolutely. It saves me saying all the words wrong. Prawn cocktail. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I've heard of it. It's a prawn cocktail. It's our party food of the week. I don't think so, says Tom. Tom's
in
been
your
on the
house.
pool. She's been on the high caffeine coffee.
The dog's mother.
The dog's mother. No, she's that way. She's that way. The dog's mother.
Cat's
Yes,
mother,
I
surely.
know.
Yes, the cat's mother. That's
Oh,
right.
you know that. That's good. Go. No, it's not the
Oh.
dog.
No,
It's the cat.
Jeanette! Stop!
Tom.
No! Stop,
Tom.
lad! Right. This time I'm going to play the jingle for Poem of the Week.
It's poem of the week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week, and it's always magnifique.
Well, today is a slight change to my usual things. Usually I like a rhyming poem, but I'm feeling in a different mood today. I'm going on my holidays tonight. I don't know if I've mentioned that. And it's been brought to my attention, these really beautiful, lovely quotes, I think you'd call them, energizing quotes from a lady called Nikki Banas. And I've just chosen two of them. They're quite small, but I liked them, and I thought they were a good inspiration for current days and our moods. So the first one is called Bloom, and the second one is called Joy. So bloom. Bloom where you are. Bloom despite the weeds, and grow tall and beautiful anyways. Bloom where you are, even if you wish you were elsewhere. Take in all of the light when the sun is shining, and know that the rain is necessary when it's not. Know that everything you need to bloom is right inside of you. You already have the strength and capability to grow. Nourish your body and take care of your mind. Keep learning and growing. Let your true colours shine. Bloom. Joy. Make your life about joy. Celebrate your big and little wins. Grow every day. Enjoy the first sip of your morning coffee and the second and third and fourth. Find something to smile about on your commute. Give hugs often. Compliment others wherever you can. Get inspired. Nourish yourself. Go outside and spend time in nature. Take chances. Make the art. Watch the sunrise. Climb the mountain, because life is just too short and fragile to not live a life of chasing joy. That was Bloom and Joy by Nikki Banas. I hope you like that.
Did I?
Change from the usual thing.
Yeah, very nice. I do all of that, except I don't climb mountains anymore or hug people. But the rest of it, I think, is a really good advice. I feel really
I
little.
think it's just really nice kind of mood lifting stuff and coming out into non-lockdown times, we need to feel kind of a bit more inspired.
Yes. Right.
What is that about?
Well,
What
I'm
are you
little
doing?
Jono. Hello, Jeanette up there. It's Mother Jeanette and Dad Tom. How are you, Dad Tom?
Oh,
Can I have some sherry? Sorry.
Oh, you're too excitable, John.
Have you had my coffee?
Yeah, with laden with alcohol that you never drink. Because you got lost.
Brandy in the coffee, I think.
She's Andy with the brandy.
Keith said brandy in the vol au vents or something. Oh, don't
No,
get
the
that.
Mary Rose sauce, don't you? You put brandy in Mary Rose sauce.
Brandy in everything, really.
So we've heard, Jeanette. Yes.
Yes. Let's see what
Yeah,
people.
I don't have to cook anybody anything, do I?
Yeah, your true colours coming out now.
No, please. No, thank you. Christine said, loved it, Jeanette. Enjoy your holiday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice poem, says Jenny Lithgow. Keith says, loving these poems. Thank you, Keith. Kim says, such a lovely poem, Jeanette. Have a nice, relaxing holiday for all of us. Can you have it for all of us? Because we're not allowed to go anywhere. The rest of everybody
I
we
will.
know.
I'm taking you all with me.
Oh.
I'm taking you all with
Oh,
me,
thank you.
and I will be doing the show from poolside at the villa next Friday.
Ah,
Just so you know.
I thought you chartered a plane or something. You had a little surprise.
No, no, you're coming with me on my laptop.
Ooh.
You are my hand luggage.
Oh, gorgeous. Carol says, nice one, Jeanette. 2 right and all.
Carol.
That's nice, nice, nice. Well, we're nearly out of time, but we've got time to welcome back Emma if you can hear us. I'm going to just interrupt her for a moment, if I may, and welcome Emma Miller back. Hello, Emma.
Hello.
Tell
That
me.
was lovely.
Sorry, say that again, my dear.
That was lovely. I love the poem, Jeanette.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that was rather lovely and so good advice. She gives good advice and poems in the same throw. It's really wonderful. Emma, you've got a wonderful voice. When did you start singing? Was it before the parties that you used to go to and not like the buffet food, or was it later?
It was later, probably.
Was it?
Yeah, I was at secondary school. I'd been in choirs and things throughout probably primary and secondary school, so I'd always done singing of some sort. But solo singing, songwriting happened maybe first or second year, so it'd be like 11 or 12. And I had to improvise. I don't know why I remember it so clearly, but I had to improvise 3 Blind Mice. And
Tune.
I remember such a tune.
The banger.
Such a banger. But I remember the teacher being like so impressed at my completely basic, like I maybe did just one variant on something that I basically just did the task that she'd said to do. But I think her reaction was like so empowering, like, oh my God, wait, so you can do your own thing. But I really had someone to explain to me what songwriting was and that you can actually go away and sit down. And as soon as I figured that out, I was away, like writing probably the most god-awful, like 6-7 minute long, like singer-songwriter things that my family would listen to. Like, lovely, darling.
Very interesting, dear.
Very interesting, dear.
Yeah. I think sometimes you're born with a tone. You know, of course you got practice at everything, but you sound like you're born with the most natural tone rather than it's kind of somebody else's that you've learn, you know, like a lot of singers now, they kind of learn from Amy Winehouse, from, I don't know, Etta James, whoever's been before, from Lord or whatever. But yours it's just so pure and nice. And also the words are good and your melodies are great too. So it's a trip.
Well, that's lovely.
Who are your
There we
inspirations?
go. Good question.
Well, I love. It's hard to know. Actually, yeah, they're completely an inspiration, but I wouldn't maybe be aware of, you know, being like directly inspired. But there must be a link. A band called the Staves, who are three sisters. They do really like, close harmonies. They're so good. Love them.
Mhm.
Was definitely Nora Jones, Joni Mitchell, James Taylor fan growing up. And then something else that sparked my interest through my dad was the band Texas. Watching a videotape back in the day of them like live in Paris and being like so blown away by Charlene Spiteri.
Charlene
Yeah,
Spiteri
her
was
performance.
amazing.
Like she was
Wow.
such a natural performer. And the songs are so good, in my opinion. They still hold up as like such good pop songs.
You can say what you want, but you won't take my
Also in that
mind.
shops and stuff, or like lift music it's becoming.
It's nice to hear an accent as well when you're singing.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I have an accent? Yeah. I must. Well, I don't try and like not.
No.
I don't try and sit differently, so it must come through.
I think that's what's nice, isn't it? I mean, Chris Drever, isn't it? You know, you can hear where he's from, can't you? And the Green
Kenny
Pole
Anderson.
and you know, it's just nice to be able to do that. I think you know, rather than have some sort of transatlantic voice or whatever.
Americanisms.
Yeah. No, what you do is great. It comes through as very natural and from the source, direct from the source. As it were. Not the source like Jeanette. I know.
on the cherry.
Yeah. We should time's moving on. We should get out of your way and let you sing, ladies and gentlemen. She's here once again for the last time this afternoon. Emma Miller.
Thank you. Well, this is a completely brand new song as of a week ago. So here's hoping it goes okay.
Wake up and I start my day. I've got no idea who or what I'll be, but there's this sensation that there could be more if I just concentrated. I know somebody else inside me. I don't want to hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more, so much more. I know somebody else inside me. I don't want to hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more, so much more. Feels like it was yesterday when we were talking about what we wanted. Now we're here and nothing has changed, though I can feel a few more lines on my face. Still, there's this sensation that I haven't begun. Why am I still hesitating? I know there's somebody else inside me. I don't want to hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more, so much more. I know somebody else inside me. I don't want to hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more, so much more. So take me out and pull me out. I don't want to be on the sidelines. If I'm truly honest, wanna hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more. I know there's somebody else inside me. I don't wanna hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more. I know somebody else inside me. I don't wanna hide behind me. I know that I could be so much more.
Sublime, absolutely wonderful. You're onto a winner with that one, Emma. I really believe.
Cheers, Jono. Thank you.
For me, I don't know. There's something about that song that could be the real winner out of all the stuff you've been doing in recent years. I don't know. I love everything you do, but the turn of phrase, the melody, the words, it meant so much more to me. It really, really moved me.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot because it's always, that's not really like less than a week old, that song. So when people respond to your newer stuff, it does give you a bit more confidence with it. So thank you.
You're very welcome. I mean, I don't know about Tom and Jeanette, but that was beautiful, wasn't it? Lovely song.
It really was. It sounded like you really sang from your heart. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Really
Just
lovely.
love the twists and the lovely melodic blend of the melody. Sorry, Tom, was you going to
Yeah.
say something? I didn't interrupt you, did I, Tom? Tom, did I interrupt you?
No, you're fine, John. Yeah.
Tony James says a very lovely Rufus Wainwright sound to your songs as well, with a
Ooh,
thumbs
I'll
up.
take that. Yeah.
Take that all day long.
Yeah.
Wow, says Keith Grimbaker, with two praisey emojis or whatever they call them. Those
Thank you,
little
KGB.
things. Carol, yeah, KGB. We know him now, don't we? Like he's our KGB out there. Carol says, loving these songs, brilliant.
Oh, cheers, Carol. Everyone's so nice here.
Yeah, well,
There's
you're
no
good at what
trolls
you
in
do.
the comments. It's always a bonus.
Well, yeah. I mean, why go on the internet and just be horrible to people? These people are speaking the truth, though. You know, they're just telling you.
Yes, Carol. Why go on the internet and be horrible to people?
Think on. Leah says lovely. Karen says absolutely amazing. Emma, free kisses.
Lovely, thank you.
And last one, Kim Saunders. The lovely Kim says great song, Emma.
Oh, thank you so much, everyone. It's so nice. I've loved this. It's been so nice
been
being a fly on the wall, listening to you guys as well.
Oh no, you're part of it. You're part of the entertainment. You've had the banter. Thanks for your kind words, obviously. But gosh, having you with us, I don't just, sometimes you sort of like people think, oh, he's a bit schmaltzy, but I really thought that was fantastic. Yes, internet connections are not always perfect. It's not studio level broadcasting, like the BBC or something. But we put a lot of time and effort into what we do. It's all made up on the fly. But what you do, you put a lot of time and effort into your craft. And I think it's really paying off. So even if you go off and do something else, at least you always have that beautiful music. And hopefully you'll be able to continue to share it with everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, that is the plan. Having music is important. And being able to just go back to that is, a really nice thing.
It is. It's an important escape, isn't it? If nothing else. Luckily for us, it is a lot more else than that. Jenny says, I missed it. The plumber turned up. So there's a reality to some.
Priorities, Jenny.
We've got to go. So we're going to say goodbye to you just so we've got room on the screen for our end credits. Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you all. Have a good holiday, Jeanette.
Thank you very much, and really, really lovely to hear your music.
Thanks, Emma.
Thank you.
Guys.
Emma Miller. Oh, she said bye, guys. I caught the end of it. It's time for us to go. We're running a little bit late because we were too chatty. But we'll be back next week. Jenny said she's looking forward to Jeanette on her travels like Tom last year, so that should be fun. Hopefully she can tune in and join us because it's certainly fun when she's with us. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Jeanette. Thanks, everybody, for listening and being with us. For joining us on the comments, for Emma Miller for being rather brilliant. And we'll see you once again next Friday at 1 o'clock. We are the Woman Toasty Club, and this has been our Online Memory Afternoon, episode 64. 65 next week. See you then. Bye for now.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so, but putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3. Wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our Sunday